Are you the Dr. Fauci of your workplace? Hi, I'm Diana, and thanks for joining me for this video. Over the past couple of years, you may have read numerous books or articles and attended webinars on brave leadership. Brave leadership has many aspects, which I will touch on in this video. However, I want to discuss a challenge that reaches far beyond those common descriptions of being a leader with courage and commitment to your own values and those of your workplace. Early in 2020, as the reality of the COVID-19 pandemic was becoming clear, Dr. Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases in the United States, became a daily stalwart of stating scientific facts and earnestly asking Americans and others listening to abide by the scientific guidelines for the good of us all. He was the lead doctor speaking to the American people about public safety and health during the daily press conferences being held by Donald Trump. The narcissistic president that Dr. Fauci often stood beside was choosing to ignore and or deny the scientific facts and guidelines and to belittle those who were not on his side of the story. Upon observing the strength and plight of Dr. Fauci, a friend referred to me as a Dr. Fauci of my workplace situation at that time. While certainly not of the magnitude or severity of Dr. Fauci's ongoing experience, I began to think about how those of us who are exercising brave leadership in a workplace being led by one or more narcissists are being the Dr. Fauci's of our workplaces, and if so, what then? First, let's consider the general key aspects I have compiled as what describes the courage of brave leadership. I acknowledge the writings and comments made by John C. Maxwell, Brene Brown, Simon Sinek, Patrick Lencioni, and Kim Scott. The courage of brave leadership means leaders are willing to do the following: be uncomfortable, take risks based on facts, apologize and change their own behavior, a skill, not a weakness, provide radical candor, encourage cognitive diversity, speak truth even when others don't want to, conquer fear, not deny it exists, and tackle difficult situations. As John C. Maxwell has said, shovel the pile while it's small. Brene Brown, in her book Dare to Lead, states, integrity is choosing courage over comfort. It's choosing right over what's fun, fast, or easy. And it's practicing your values, not just professing them. The narcissist will challenge your integrity and attempt to discredit you when you don't agree or support their position. You know, Miles K. Davis stated, you can tell a bully from a leader by how they treat people who disagree with them. I recently heard Cornel West, Professor Emeritus at Princeton University, state that courage and fortitude are the backbone for warriors of justice, what's right, and these, courage and fortitude, need to go with integrity, honesty, and decency. These are the characteristics Dr. Fauci has been showing and living throughout the pandemic as he stands for what's right. What about you in your workplace? Consider the following comparisons. You work for a narcissist who does not want to hear or speak truth. You have the best interest of the people in mind. You try to protect your own personal integrity while working for a narcissist. You are willing to risk the wrath of the narcissist when necessary to speak truth to others when the boss doesn't want it. You are kept in your role because of your effective leadership. Trump was keeping Dr. Fauci in his press conference role because he liked the drama and the big audience Dr. Fauci attracted. When that stopped working in Trump's favor, Dr. Fauci was pushed aside. And lastly, you help to calm people with the facts. People trust your credibility more than they trust the narcissist. An article by Kristen May in April 2020 stated, in short, Dr. Fauci is the bright light in these uncertain, scary times, the voice of reason we turn to when we need a dose of truth, common sense, and hope. Dr. Fauci could have left, but he cared about the work and the people, not the boss and despite the boss. NBC News stated, experts agree Fauci's storied career in the industry means he seeks little praise and doesn't need the president's approval to perform his duties. Dr. Vingutta stated, I think at the end of the day, the president needs Fauci more than Fauci needs any of this. And so here you are. You've stayed in a situation where one or more narcissists and their flying monkeys may be attempting to discredit you, ignore the truths you're stating, and yet want and benefit from the effective leadership you provide in your area. I recall this quote from Michael J. Fox, one's dignity may be assaulted, vandalized, and cruelly mocked, but it can never be taken away unless it is surrendered. Recently, Simon Sinek stated, it takes unbelievable courage to put the important before the urgent. It takes unbelievable courage to resist all the pressures coming from selfish outside parties. It takes unbelievable courage to do the right thing. Let me encourage you. If you are the Dr. Fauci of your workplace, you have unbelievable courage. Effective communication, engagement, and collaboration are all key elements in the workplace, regardless of your own role. However, with a narcissist in the mix, integrity and truth are constantly being challenged, and trust will be extremely low or non-existent. This can make those key elements extremely difficult, if not impossible. Stephen Covey stated, without truth, we don't truly collaborate. We merely coordinate, or at best, cooperate. It is trust that transforms a group of people into a team. Now, there are professionals who devote their careers to explaining or writing about how to live and work with or get away from narcissists. And so I'm not focusing on all this detail. Aside from encouraging you that if you see yourself in this situation, know that it will not just get better. Unless a narcissist is removed or voted out, you will either need to sharpen your skills constantly or get out yourself. And also know that those who give the narcissist their positions don't easily see the damage it's causing, so don't hold your breath for this to happen. I recommend you watch Dr. Ramani's video on this called Narcissists and Talent Drain. I'd like to encourage you with some things to consider and also references for you to turn to for more help. An unknown author said, when you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond to what's happening. That's where the power is. I found this was my main way to prepare for each day working with a narcissist. I researched as much as possible about the best ways to talk to, respond, negotiate, and work with a narcissist so I had the power over my situation until I could reach the opportunity to get out on my own terms. John C. Maxwell stated, one of the major keys to success is to keep moving forward on the journey, making the best of detours and interruptions, turning adversity into advantage. I recommend you watch a video on the Common Ego YouTube channel. The link is provided below, and this video shares how to converse with the narcissist using these tips. Keep communication simple and limited, not personal. Understand that they think black or white, either all good or all bad. Accept that they lack empathy. Distance yourself as much as you can from the narcissist and their flying monkeys. Don't give them what they want, which is an argument. Set your boundaries. Take the power away from what they say. Indicate you're happy with who you are. Keep an eye on your own emotional state so you don't react to triggers. Dr. Les Carter has a great video called The Absurdity of Narcissist Statements, in which he emphasizes to not let the narcissist's opinion of you matter. If they make judgment statements about you, respond, at least in your mind, that your opinion of me is under review, and leave it at that. Another response can be, yes, I'm not you, and I'm fine with that. There are 3 other key points Dr. Carter makes. You can't reason with an unreasonable person. Don't worry about being rejected by the absurd person. And go your own way. Connect with people who have good reasoning. As Dr. Carter says, remember that we live with dignity, respect, and civility, separate from them. I used the statement, "I hear you," several times. It stopped the harping and I understood what they wanted, even though it didn't mean I agreed. Just like the victim of abuse may be considered courageous and resourceful, it doesn't mean we expect them to remain in the abusive situation. Your well-being and mental health is important. So if you work where a narcissist is destroying trust, denying truth, and challenging your integrity, please think about how you should best take care of yourself, my friend. Thanks for joining me, and if you appreciated this video, please subscribe to my channel and click the like button. Bye for now.